What is going on? We are back after a long week hiatus. Got some cool news, man. We're going to talk about some cool stuff. Phenomenal last couple of weeks of professional wrestling. And I'm here for it, James. I don't know about you, but I'm ready, man. Let's dive into this. Wrestling Shoot! What is good? What is good? Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Shoot. I am Jesse. Joined with me as always, James. James, how you been, man? How have you been?
It's been it's been, I know it feels like forever we've been on here, right? It's only been a week.
Dude, it was a long week. It was a long week. Enjoyable. Very, very enjoyable. But definitely missed getting on and creating my content, man.
Yeah, felt different not being on here last Tuesday. Enjoying Raw after WrestleMania, enjoying SmackDown. WrestleMania alone, that was it's WrestleMania. You can never go wrong with it, and this one I had hope for it, and it exceeded my expectations for sure.
Yeah, dude. WrestleMania was
man, what
WrestleMania was good, man. I think we're lagging again, James. I think we got the lag, the case of the lag. But yeah, man. WrestleMania was amazing.
New era of lag.
Yeah. Go ahead and back out and come back in. But yeah, WrestleMania was incredible. I'm going to shout out some people in the chat, man, because it's good to see everybody in here, man. It is, like I said, it's been a bit, man. It's been a bit. Mike, what's going on? He says, so what are we going to talk about? See here. Gabe says, what up, boys? What's going on, Gabe, dude? It's good to see you guys. It really is. Really good to see you. Hello, good afternoon. Nice weather here in Seattle. Yeah, hey, more locals over here. I love it, man. I'm not in Seattle, but I'm a couple hours away from Seattle. So yeah, glad to see you in here, man. Glad to see you in here. And it was pretty decent weather here. Wasn't too bad. Everything Pro Wrestling says, yo, what's good, Conrad? What is good? I talk to you almost every day, buddy, but it's still always good to see you in here. Sooner fan says, hey guys, glad you're back. How was vacation, Jesse? Listen, Jesse had a fantastic time. Like I can't complain. I cannot complain about the vacation. It was good to just kind of unplug and yeah, man. Like I said, I do a lot of content, but at the same time, I work a full-time job. So working a full-time job on top of doing content, top of everyday life worries. It was good to just kind of get a reset. So happy to be back though, man. I feel reset, feel ready to go. I pumped out a really cool video today. So if you guys haven't checked that out, go and check that video out after this podcast. The video I feel is probably some of my best work. I was really happy with this. Yeah, I was really happy with the editing. Go ahead, James. Sorry.
And just a disclaimer, that promotion runs to the 20th.
Oh, yes. The Ichiban Hogan. So if you guys are going to go and get your action figure from Series 21 from Mattel, you're trying to get the Ichiban Hogan for WWE 2K24 to send the receipt in. It ends on the 20th. So 420, guys, 420. Don't have too good of a time and forget to send that.
Insert Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Zay Ryder. Hey guys, what's good, man? It's good to see you. Good to see. He says, hell yeah, glad to hear it. Yeah, for sure, man. It's really good to have local people in here. A lot of our people are not from the Washington area. We probably have a lot of California, probably have a lot of East Coast, but not Washington. Not too many, man. Joe Compton, yo, what's up, y'all? What's good,
up, Joe?
Man? What's going on, man? Member of the Pro Wrestling Shoot. I appreciate you. Byron Keller says, send this to 2K Attitude Era Showcase.
Man, he's already on that 2K25.
He's already ready, man. 2K25. We're only a month into 2K24, and everybody's already ready to move on.
Unplug.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I work at home. Wouldn't have the time to do anything otherwise. Hey, that's awesome. I wish I could work from home, man. Hey, Supergirl's in here. What's good? Pennsylvania here. That's what I mean, man. A lot of that East
Yeah.
Coast. So
Yeah,
a lot
East Coast, yeah. Is there
Indiana,
anybody here in
Ghost Coast.
California? Just curious. I don't know if I know
Maybe
anybody
not in
here.
this chat right now, but I know that we do have regular people that come in from
Yeah.
California.
Yeah, I know there's
So
some West Coast.
yeah, California was beautiful, by the way, this last week. It was amazing. Like the
Yeah,
weather in
weather was fine. I think did you have any rain?
no
Heavy
rain.
rain whatsoever?
It rained the day I left San Francisco, but not while I was there. It was gonna rain later on
Okay.
that day.
Yeah.
So it was good, man. It was
Yeah,
good.
nothing but sunshine for the next week, and so it's yeah, we're tired of the rain already. Now we want some heat.
Tired of the rain, man. Come to Washington, buddy. Go to
No,
Seattle. Tell James about that Seattle weather.
you don't need to tell me. Trust me, I know about Seattle.
Always rainy in Seattle, baby. Mike says Rochester, New York. Sooner fan says
Makes
Tulsa,
sense. Being
Tulsa,
a Sooner
Oklahoma.
fan.
Boomer
Yep.
Sooner. Yep.
Yeah.
I got to show love to California because I'm a West Coast fan. There you go, man. There
No,
you
there you
go.
go.
Send this to 2K, Fight Pit, I Quit, and 3 Stages of Hell. These guys are all aware of these match types that people want. That's for sure, man. Devin, what's good? He says, whose house? Jesse's house. And James. James, we got some good news for everybody in our community. I mean, we've known about this for what, 3 weeks now? But
I think so.
you haven't got to formally announce anything. So floor is yours.
All right, so if you guys, I believe I posted this. I have to double check. It was last week. I can't remember what day it is. Had a great conversation with Cornell. Jesse obviously knows about this. Like I said, we knew about this for a few weeks, and I got the privilege to announce that I am officially a 2K Next maker as well. I just got to say, dude, it caught me off guard. It caught me being praised for the work I do on here. Um, everyone that's in here, like, I appreciate you guys, obviously Conrad, Mike, Supergirl, Joe, if I miss some of you guys, I apologize. I know you're regulars. You guys honestly make the day better for me. I've been telling Jesse for some time this year, it hasn't been the greatest year for me. I had a family member pass away. I had a family member get in a car accident. It hasn't been the greatest year. And, you guys have honestly been the best just to come on here, get my mind, whether work sucks or just life in general sucks. Just watching wrestling makes the day a lot better, and getting this word and announcing it was honestly awesome. And it's much love, and I just love. I'm glad we're back. Excuse me. I'm glad we're back, and I love continue doing this, and we're going to be the same way. I know a lot of people have their distinctions of how people are once they get into the program. Trust me, we're real. We're still going to be critical on a few things. If this is not good in the game, we're going to be on it. We're going to hear you guys' feedback. Trust me. I know it's been said numerous times of being told that, oh, they need to do this, they need to do that. Trust me, we related to the people. Trust me, you're being heard. You might not get instant impact, but trust me, you'll get heard. You just got to be patient. Me and him have been patient for 4 years now, and here we are, both in the program, which is still shocking that we're both in. It's crazy. It's another adventure. Honestly,
Man,
it's
listen.
honest.
There's a lot before we start talking about some WrestleMania, because you already know your boy is
Yeah, take
happy
yeah.
as all hell to talk about what happened at WrestleMania, and we're gonna get there. But I just want to say, man, that a lot of people that watch the show regularly, we got a small crowd tonight, and that's okay. I'm okay with it, because the 2K hype has kind of died down, and that's usually the people that come in here just to talk 2K. But a lot of people that come in here that are in here right now are people that are here every single week and have been every single time we go live. And dude, we appreciate that. We do. And there's a lot
Mm-hmm.
that you guys don't realize that James does behind the scenes for us over here at the Pro Wrestling Shoots. And for me, I work a full-time job. Like I said, James works a full-time job. Whatever I can't get to, he's running the accounts as well. And he's able to get to it, answering questions, doing his due diligence, and finding out information. Anything that he can do to supply help to the channel, he's done. and he's always been here. He's hardly ever missed a week unless something personal came up or
Mhm.
whatever the case was. He's been my co-host from the beginning. So I'm so happy that 2K has allowed him to jump in on the program with us, because before there was the pro wrestling shoot, Jesse and James have been playing these games since back since
What?
the
Oh
original.
08, 08 when we
Me
met.
and That's when we met, was
Yeah,
SmackDown versus Raw '08. But I've been playing these games since the original SmackDown game. So, and I've known
same here.
Brian since '08, right? Same
Mhm.
time frame. So,
Dude, and it's funny the fact that you mentioned Brian. And how did you meet Brian again? Just happens to be you come down to California and we run into him, and then
yep.
here we are, like down the road, and wow,
Yeah, reconnected with
it's been a
Brian years
journey.
later. So yeah, I mean our journey with 2K has been quite the thing, man. And listen, look, I see the comments on the videos that we do. I see some interactions on Twitter and all that shit. This is not going to be a very PG podcast because I'm going to let a few things loose.
We've
It
never have.
I'm just fair warning. Not a very PG podcast today. Um Look, I see the comments, I see the concern. There is not been a time that I haven't been critical on what 2K is doing. If I have an issue with something, if I see a complaint from the community, I've always tried to address that. Period. Like if there's something, I'm just not one of those guys that's going to get on our comment section and be completely negative about every single thing. I'm not going to make a video like we see flooding on YouTube today on 2K that is just doom and gloom bullshit about, look, there's not going to be a perfect game. So I'm going to go ahead and say that there's never going to be a perfect game. If they released a patch tomorrow that fixed the fucking online, that fixed the universe mode, that fixed the title glitching, there would be another complaint to come up about something. Everybody's got one little thing that they're going to pull out of this game. Not everything is going to be fixed, and we have to come to that realization. But there's not been a single time that I haven't seen a problem in the game or had a problem reported on our channel that I haven't fucking directed that over to 2K or directed that over to the devs or Cornell or anybody else. And Cornell and everybody else can back me up on this. A symbol is the same. He's in there. He's reporting bugs. Steve G in there reporting bugs. Icons of the Ring in there reporting bugs. Listen, like as a 2K next maker, we want the best fucking game possible. Like that is
Yeah.
just what it is.
Mhm.
Like I want just what you guys want, and
We
it's
play the game, and I get
yeah,
everyone's thing of, oh, look, it's like I listen to the Lakers station. And I get it. The guy can never do negative feedback. That's because he works for the Lakers. We're in a different obligation. This is for a video game. We play. Of course, I'm going to vent my frustration. I'm not going to go online and say this and this and this. Like, I'll say with positive feedback as well at the same
yeah.
time. But I'm not
I'm
going
not going
to.
to go on and be disrespectful about it because listen, if you're fucking partners with Nike, you're not going to go in there and tell everybody, make a video that says Nike fucking sucks. You know what I mean? That's just not what happens. Like, you're not going to go and be disrespectful to people you're actually partnering with. But what you can do is keep them honest. And we try our best to keep them honest. And we're still fresh in this program. James only been here for 2 weeks now, James. 2 weeks as a next maker. I've only been
Mhm.
in the next maker program for a month. You know what I mean? So it's not like
Yeah. Trust me,
I
we know your concerns. Trust me, I've
yeah,
heard it. I've
we have the
seen
same
it.
concerns.
I know the big one. Like when I put my announcement up, some guy I forgot his name was. He was already hitting on the nail about well, the online. I get it. Trust me.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of stuff they're repairing and fixing.
absolutely.
And yeah,
Absolutely. Well,
Conrad, I
I
get
mean,
it.
they're trying. They're trying. I mean,
They're
it,
trying. It's a
we can't
lot.
ever guarantee anything that these devs are doing. You know what I mean? Like, and look, it's not like these devs are over here like, how can we fuck the community over today? That's not what they think about. You know what I mean? These guys are stressing just as bad as you guys are trying to get something to work in their game. Do you think that they want that broken for you?
Let me just say this: they at least do patches. There are some games that don't even do any, or very solemnly. I mean, be glad this isn't like a Call of Duty one where they fix it every
SmackDown versus Raw
week.
2011. Let's bring that up. Remember when
Yeah.
that was a thing? THQ days? No fuck, zero patches.
Yeah, we didn't have yeah.
Zero.
So honestly, be glad we have this type of connection now. Be glad you get these patches. I mean, there's a lot of things. I get it. Yeah, there's going to be you nitpick this. Oh, but this got
Yeah.
fixed, but you didn't do that. Okay, well, there's only so much they can put in one update. Next thing's going to be a complaint. Oh, there's too many. This is a big download for how many gigabytes it is. Trust me,
Listen.
you're being heard. I know you want it right up to your face, and I completely understand it. You just have to be patient with the process. You've been patient this long for the game to even come out in general. Have a little bit of faith. Give it some time. That's all I ask.
Here's the thing, man. When AEW Fight Forever went and took a shit, right? Like this game just completely failed, right? The whole YouTube community was doom and glooming this video game, right? It was a month. Game was out a month. They told you that this game was going to be a live service game. Everybody just kind of forgot about that. It was just like, oh, this game's broken. We're not going to wait for it. This game was released too early. Did you see the Pro Wrestling Shoot go on there and just doom and gloom everything? I think we made one review. I made one review on AEW Fight Forever where I was like, there's just not enough to do. And I left it at that. I spoke my piece. I didn't keep making these videos that were,
yeah,
you know
we
what I
weren't
mean? And
going
I'm
on
not a
Reddit.
partner. I'm not a partner
Right.
with AEW or Ukes or any of them. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
that's
I'm
just the
not.
kind of
I'm
I
not.
don't want to make negative content. All right. I want to make something that you guys can enjoy as a community. I want to make something that drives a conversation. You know what I
It's
mean?
more
So like
so not being
that's the
negative.
goal.
It's more so being like suggestive. Like, hey, I know
Yeah.
this isn't in there, or hey, I see this in there, but can this be fixed? That's all I'm asking. Not yeah. I'm not going to go out of my way and go on Reddit or just going on back in the day like AGN forums and all that. Like
Yeah.
that's not me. I'm here. I'm 30. I'm not going to do all that crap. Like I'm just trying to enjoy my game as much as I can, and I get it. Some people have different perspectives of the game, or they'll have different interactions in the game. Oh, hey, this happened to me. Trust me, I've had a few. I've had a few amount of glitches. Has it bucked me? No, honestly, no. I mean, it could be different for someone else. I'm just saying, you have to be patient. You can't expect it to be fixed right away.
I th-
It's not like that. You're being heard. Trust me, you are.
I think that the negative ones in the community ruin it for all the positives. And that's a problem. Like to me, I just feel like negativity never helped anybody, you know? Like 2K is aware of what's going on online. 2K is aware of the universe. They're aware of all this stuff. Trust me, they know. It's just yeah. Sorry for that rant. I was excited to come on here, talk some pro wrestling, and we're gonna talk some pro wrestling. I just had to get that off my chest, man, because the first thing this morning I posted, you know, I was just promoting the new video. That's all it was. And it turned into this big fucking thing that I had to do and deal with to explain to somebody who thinks that they know anything about how the business side of 2K works. And it just, yeah, it
The
fucking annoys
keyboard
me.
warriors are real.
Yeah, it's just annoying, man.
It's
It's annoying.
Yeah, we don't need to explain ourselves. We know how marketing works. We know that's fine. You can nitpick and get mad. I mean, if that's how you
Or it's
spend your
like,
Tuesdays,
yo, if you follow me just to like spam my posts about whatever, that sucks because we're trying to make content that everybody is enjoying, not, hey, fuck this and fuck that. Like, no, we don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
it's just it gives us a headache. Like, look, let me enjoy it. Like, give me some suggestions, not just bury the game right off the bat. Give me some positiveness. What do you love about the game? What have you been running into? That's it. I don't need the negative feed. I don't. Yeah, I get it. I could get off Twitter and all that, but I'm not.
Yeah, for
Do I
sure,
reply?
man.
I personally don't reply to these people because I don't really care. I'm not
Dude,
going to
I
waste
have an
my
itchy
time.
thumb. All right. Look, James had to fix our Twitter because of, I almost had him just run the Twitter because he has more control than I do. Because listen, man, I'm old school. I'm old school. And though I am a positive person, I get pissed off pretty easy. I'm gonna be the first to say, like, I can lose my shit real quick. And it's stupid comments like that that make, and I'm not listen, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not trying to beef with anybody online over some YouTube shit. It's ridiculous. But let's talk to the community a little bit, man. Joe Compton says James Still's nicknames. My nickname is Renegade. Just kidding. Much love and
I don't know how the name came up. It just randomly flew in my head. I don't know.
fuck since the beginning,
Yeah.
right?
I forgot what my name
2008
was.
since I
What
first
was
met
my
you. Like your nickname was
Yeah,
Renegade.
but no, I forgot what my name was. I remember yours, which I don't know if we can mention it. I don't remember what my gamer tag was. What was it?
I think mine wasn't mine the stupid ass one, the poop chat
Yeah, it was the poop chat.
gamer tag. There we
Yeah.
go. Let me
Yeah.
see here. My first game was SmackDown 1 and WWF No Mercy. There you go, man. I was rocking with like the Raw is Wars and the or what is it just called? Yeah, Raw is War or Warzone, whatever the hell that game was. Thunder
Yeah.
and all those
Warzone,
games. I played all that
Revenge.
crap.
Yeah.
He says agreed with everything.
Mhm.
Mike says, yeah, universe mode needs an update, and I have an idea for Myra, excuse me. Can get downloaded storyline patches in. If it's not one thing, it's another, Conrad says. Joe Compton. Let me see here. My friends gave me that name because of the country song Renegades, Rebels, and Rogues by Tracy Lawrence. There you go. Respect that. Brandon, good to see you, man.
Yeah,
Says it's
Brandon.
great to be
Much
here.
love.
Good to see you, man. They watch these videos and know the feedback is genuine. Why listen to someone who is cussing you out or being disrespectful?
I
You
just
know what I
point the
mean?
finger. I'm like, hey, you guys want to talk to him?
I get the passion. I do. I understand the passion of being frustrated. You think that we're not frustrated when we play? Listen, I've been waiting for a good online since the THQ days. You know what I mean? So it's get in line, I guess. You know,
Yeah, don't make
Devin's
me don't make me go CM Punk on someone.
I feel like the online last year was a little better, or was it 22? 22, I think, was really good. 19 was okay. So yeah, I don't know. Devin says, I want to know when will we get the Chelsea Green and Piper Nevin regular tag entrance, Tony D'Angelo and Channing Staggs. I don't know.
Mm,
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
That's
Could
like
it be a
something they'll have to,
possibility? I mean, they've added
yeah,
tag
they could.
entrances and pitch. They could
They
patch
could
it
they
in
could
though.
do it. Yeah. They've
They've
done
done
stuff
it.
like
They've
that.
done trios ones. They did Damage Control last year, so
Matthew
possible.
Lopez. Hi everyone. Hope everyone is doing well.
How's it going, Matthew?
We are great, man. After that rant, we're great. So
Yeah,
Mike says, I like my faction so far, but grinding is not for me. So that's what that video was about that I released today too.
you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised of how much I'm grinding it.
It's dude, it's too much at times. It's too
it,
much.
it is. It's
W
to the
whiskey
point.
putting y'all at work, talk your shit. He says. Joe Compton says, I see someone else with that name. I have to pick on him a little bit. You're good, Joe. You're good, man.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Byron Cutler says we already have two possible game of the year winners this year: Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Stellar. What is that? Stellar Blade. I
Stellar
haven't played.
Blade.
I haven't played either of those. Either. Gabe says
Final
sometimes I
Fantasy.
feel like.
Jeez, I haven't played that in years.
Gabe says sometimes I feel like the gaming community doesn't know how good we have it.
Sounds like the
Yeah.
rest of the community sometimes.
Listen, I heard somebody earlier today tell me that EA needed to take over this franchise. I just threw my hands up in the air. Said, "All right, I'm going back to work."
Yeah, remember those days when they nickel and dime you?
Yeah, and then I heard him say right after this that UFC five or was it UFC 5?
5. He told me
Great
the
game.
same thing. And I was like, "You get 30 fighters." I'm like, half of them aren't even on the roster. They're
Listen,
fictional
I was so
characters.
excited for that UFC 5 because my nephew was in it. You know what I mean? My nephew's a UFC fighter. He's signed to the UFC, so I was excited to get this game and play this game. And I played
Conrad,
it,
don't
and
get
I
me
was like,
started with
this is trash.
backstage assault.
Yeah. NWO for
Yeah,
life. Hey Jesse, hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy to see you back. Hey, we're happy to see you too, man.
it's all good.
It's great to be back. It really is. We're gonna talk some pro wrestling here soon, man. I hope everybody enjoyed WrestleMania weekend because I know I did. My wife was kind enough, man. And listen, I thought I was not going to be able to watch WrestleMania live. We left Saturday, night one of WrestleMania, and we're driving. We drove to San Francisco. It's a 13 and a half, 14-hour drive. And we went all the way to Reading, which is about 10 and a half hours, right? And we had plenty of time. We could have just made it to San Francisco that day because by the time we got in Reading, it was like 3:30. And I was like, and she's like, hey, you want to just get a hotel here and we'll watch night one? Yes. Yes, I do. That is what I want to do. So we went, got the hotel, watched night one. The next day, she said, hey, the first day in San Francisco, because we had so many days in San Francisco, she's like, let's just pull up, get some snacks, watch WrestleMania night two, finish out WrestleMania. Because she knew that I wanted to see this thing, man. This night two was the most important night, right? So
Yeah.
I was excited, man. I was excited that she was cool about it like that. So that's cool, man. Mike says Ultra Pro Wrestling is next and Wrestling Code to look forward to. Yeah, I'm excited for those games, dude. I want to see what they do. Everything pro wrestling, I can't escape the fight forever talk, but you didn't bury it on a weekly like others. Hey, I probably buried it once, and that was it.
It came off my console once I was done with it. I had to make room. I actually had to make room.
Yeah,
I had like save data.
James hated it more than me. I promise you that.
Oh, they tried. I'm not gonna say. I mean, I can't say like I've never made a game. So I mean, hey, they tried. You know, I had to make room for Call of Duty again. I just
Yeah.
delete the save data that I thought I got rid of for the game. And it's gone now. It's wiped.
Supergirl says, yeah, negativity will never help. Agreed. And sorry you had to go through that, Jesse. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Thank you so much. It's you know, it is what it is. I guess it comes with the territory, you know. I just wanted to make some fun content. You know, that's really what I'm in this for. Wanted to make some fun content, do what I love. It's a passion. I like video editing. I like learning new things. And I like talking wrestling, video games, and pro wrestling, man. That's what we do. So it's all good. Shit happens. Mike says, I don't know why people are so toxic when it comes to wrestling or video games for that matter. At the end of the day, the devs are the ones that get all the glory for trying to make us happy and enjoy it. Yeah.
It's that passion, but they go the wrong way with it. That's really the problem.
It happens. You know what I mean? K Money is king. There's more positive things about the game than negative, honestly. I agree. I that's how I feel about it, but I probably don't have as many hours put in that
No,
online as
I'll
everybody
be
else.
honest with you. There's been a few times where I wanted to chuck a controller, but that's because the game just, it's fun. It's challenging for
You're
me.
talking about my faction, though, right?
Oh, well, yeah,
Or
that.
the show?
No,
Showcase,
it's
maybe?
it's my faction.
Oh yeah, you're just, just
You've
grinding.
had a couple run-ins. I've had a couple run-ins.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, I'm a little stuck on it though. Mike says I got people arguing with me about wrestling in my in my opinion on wrestling. Yeah, that's it. Look, wrestling is so
It's still like that.
subjective.
Yeah.
Wrestling is so subjective, man. It's hard to get together with people. Like, listen, people are never going to agree on wrestling. Like, that's the thing about wrestling that makes it so beautiful is that it is so subjective and it's so diverse that you can have your opinions, but 9 times out of 10, somebody feels a different way. Like, I'm a Cody Rhodes fan. Conrad's kind of a Cody Rhodes fan. Not really. You know what I mean? Sean Hubbard, if you know who I'm talking about, not a Cody Rhodes fan. It's okay. It's okay. You like what you like. He's a Jey Uso guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's okay to have a different opinion on pro wrestling and still get together with the community and come together and enjoy something that everybody loves, right? Like it's a little ridiculous to not I don't know, just because you don't agree doesn't mean that you guys can't come together and have a
Well,
rational
we're
discussion.
we're in the negative era. We're in the pitchfork era.
Yeah, for sure. Byron says my first game was WrestleMania 19. Joe Compton, my first game was WrestleMania on Nintendo's Super Nintendo.
NES.
I still love 2K. I hope to see more in the future. I hope we get some free stuff. Maybe I think they got something going on with it,
I
man.
mean, you got WrestleMania 40 Arena
Yeah, but that's not
coming
free
up.
though. That's not a free thing.
Well, it's not free. Well, it is after you've purchased.
It's still not free,
It's
James.
still
Like, what the fuck are we talking about right now? Like,
it's
it's not free. You bought it. You bought that shit. You better have it coming.
now it's free.
Everything Pro Wrestling says my first game was WrestleMania Challenge. Damn, there you go.
Yeesh.
I remember that game too. Supergirl says I'm also looking forward to the other My Rise characters potentially being turned into Persona cards. Hey, listen, I made that video earlier and I said that exact same thing. I said it.
There's a lot of people that put
Thomas.
0 in. So I mean,
What's up, guys? Congratulations, James, on being a 2K Next Maker. I completely agree with you guys on what y'all said. I'm just enjoying the game. Did the showcase mode for a second time. Man, salute to you, sir. because I had
Which
to do
one?
that.
Wait, which one? It depends. I mean, the men's wasn't too bad to do the
No,
second
the
time.
showcase,
Oh, the
mode.
showcase. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I said salute to you because I had to do that twice as well. And
Must be a
man,
nostalgia thing. I don't know. Or prove your. I think isn't there a trophy for doing a legend or something? Could be.
I don't think there is actually.
It's
Mike
okay.
says my first wrestling game was Wrestling Challenge.
Another wrestling challenge.
Yeah, my faction issues. So many LOL, but I won't talk about it because it will anger me. Yeah.
My faction is there's a few gripes
Yeah,
I could
there's a
have about
lot of
my faction.
frustrations with my faction for me right now as well. So,
Yeah.
um, EA backstage assault, yeah, for sure. I'm way behind, huh? Oh, look, Hub's in here. Good evening, J and J. God bless you both.
What J
Your
and J
boy Hubs is
security?
here. Sorry, Hubs. Hubs came in here and he came in on the worst possible episode when I got my foul
The
mouth
rant.
going. Man, it's all good. It's all good.
God bless you.
Yeah, Hubs, we appreciate you, brother. Even though you hate on Cody Rhodes, I still love you. You know what I mean? Sooner fan says, sad to hear about Rhea and the injury. Hopefully she'll be back sooner than later. Bro, Rhea's out, man. How are we feeling about this? Rhea's out. Damn.
It's kind of funny that you've had a former champion that wasn't there for months defending the title and she's gone.
Man, Charlotte Flair is just biting at the lip. What do you mean a vacated title?
But I know, right?
Ah.
You could do some potential with Liv, like Drew McIntyre. I mean, they could do the same thing with it.
Dude, Rhea is out. That sucks, bro. That sucks.
Yeah, is she gonna just be off the shelf, or they're not bringing her to shows?
She
Or are they
said
gonna
that she
do the
was going to
same?
be out for months. And she even told like them take care of Dominic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like they might get another member, another female.
Ugh,
Who knows? It's a bummer. She's led the division
sucks.
for some time, and now it's all to Sean Bailey. It's all on you. Handle this division.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yo, check this out. How we feeling about WrestleMania, James? How did look? Night one was kind of a stinker. I'm going to be honest. And honestly, after watching night one, the presentation of WrestleMania kind of fell off to me too. It wasn't as bright and I don't know. There was something about it. Did it feel different
Yeah,
to you?
the short ramp threw me off.
Short
I
ramp.
wasn't used to that. Wasn't used to the sponsors. Just the little things.
I felt like there wasn't enough lights. Felt dark. It felt like a really dark
Dude,
WrestleMania.
what? They did it at Philadelphia, and it was already 7 o'clock by the time they started,
Yeah, but
and it gets
normally
dark by 8.
they put lights all throughout the stadium.
Yeah, I don't
You know
know.
what I mean?
I
To
think
make it
maybe the
like
green
almost
threw it
stand out.
off. Yeah, it was just maybe the main stage with the big XL. And honestly, that wasn't too bad.
I
It wasn't.
like the stage setup. I didn't mind it, and I didn't mind the
Yeah,
Prime logo because I thought
yeah.
it was going to be like big colored bottle, but it
No,
was just the
it
outline.
was not. Yeah, and get now. Yeah, you just have to see that for every pay per view now. So France, get ready. Um, Honestly, like like I heard, like, and I wasn't the only one. A lot of people said the crowd was kind of very quiet at a few times. It was kind of, um, I don't know. Like, I guess the main event was the one that really helped the whole thing in general.
Yeah.
Really.
Listen, Wolf Mode came
Um,
in here said Cody's holding the undisputed champion hostage. What did Roman do for? He had what 7
Look, I
defenses?
already seen complaints about the way he's holding the title. I'm like, Ric Flair used to hold the title like that.
Yeah, that's a Ric Flair thing, man.
I mean,
Come
they're
on.
just building up. I mean, we got the draft coming up. God forsakes if that even works through. Hopefully, um, wait after the backlash and see things will be settled down a little.
James wasn't
Oh,
took into control. That was the soul siphon. Ugh,
yeah, I don't know what was
good
worse,
one.
Soul Siphon or Psycho Sally.
That's Psycho Sally, man. That's Psycho Sally, man. All right, check it out. Hold on. I'm starting to understand what you're saying about Jay. I think WWE is trying to make him a jobber when it comes to the championship. My question is why Triple H? I understand the brother's over. Come on. Oh man, don't pump up Hub in the chat, man. Come on
Look.
now.
So look, everyone knows, and I've told Jesse this. Like, my girlfriend does not watch wrestling. She hasn't watched it in years. When her brother was here, and I mentioned this to him. My girlfriend's brother is in jail. Okay, he's able to do video calls. He literally wanted to watch WrestleMania with us. He called us, and we watched practically the whole thing with WrestleMania. He had to call like 15-minute intervals. She
Live from
got
the
to the
state
point.
penitentiary.
He's not in this. Yeah, I know, right? The
He's
Uso
not in the pimp.
Penitentiary. No, he's. I can't remember where exactly.
County jail or something.
Anyways, something like that. Anyways, yeah, and she started watching it. We actually watched Raw yesterday. She wanted it, and yeah, now she's like Hubs, a Jey Uso fan. She got a Yeet shirt in the mail.
Wow.
Just always doing this.
I need to get me a Yeet shirt. That shirt actually goes hard. I'm not gonna be mad. I love Jey Uso, man. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Hub says, thanks for sharing that, Jesse. Only thing that bugs me when people troll. For example, if I were to say Cody sucks, that would be ridiculous. My inbox always full of Jay sucks. So silly. People message you telling you that Jay sucks.
Dude, there's some people
Kind of
that take
hate
it
is that?
personal, man.
What kind of hate is that? Jay don't suck. I don't think. I think that he quite possibly had the worst match at WrestleMania, though. I will say that when it comes to WrestleMania, that
Worst
match,
match?
it's up there, dude.
It's
up there. That was a stinker. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's up there. Yeah,
Me
I
and
think
the
I have
wife were
another.
watching that, and I was telling her I was telling her Jay versus Jimmy had the potential to be the night, like the match of WrestleMania. I thought it was going to be better than every match on the card.
That's what I thought, and it went the
It
way
had the
people
potential.
super kicks.
That match was
I don't know
awful.
who. I can't remember who produced it. It was just very. Oof, it was forgettable.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was.
It's
I guess what helped. I
interesting.
guess what helped was night 2 with the way they encountered each other. That's what
Yeah.
made it better. But
Liv Morgan is going to go super hill, win the World Heavyweight Championship, and be the most hated but over woman on the roster. Yeah, I don't think she'll be more over than Rhea. I think Rhea Ripley right now is the most over woman in professional wrestling.
you do,
Hands
but
down.
you can counter this. You can do the whole Drew McIntyre would live right now. It's perfect opportunity. Why not? She's already wearing the
Just
shirt of the
taking
Liv
pictures at a
Morgan.
grave and stuff, talking about Rhea Ripley's
Dude,
title
she could
reign.
do the same thing. She
Dang.
could. She could create a faction herself. I don't know what. It could
Dang.
work.
One Thrill Phil says my first wrestling game was Super WrestleMania. Dang.
Super WrestleMania.
That's what's up, dude. That's what's up. I love seeing the old school gaming fans in here too, man. It's like it goes to show you that we have an adult audience, you know what I mean, that are gamers just like us. And I fucking love that so much that we have an adult audience rather than just, kids that play 2K and complain about it. But
Viewer
yeah, man.
discretion is advised.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah. I gotta watch.
For the kids.
Prince Rockstar says, like said fans already turned on Cody. He's boring, cut same promo. Don't know how to hold the title.
Yeah, I seen all the.
This is such a minority of fans, dude. Like,
I've seen the tweets of, oh, look at this Jack Swagger in the ring. I was like,
tell me
come on,
this, man. If Cody is so boring now, how come he's got 15,000 strong in each arena cheering him and going nuts for him?
Sold
Every
1
arena
million
they
in
go, sold out.
merchandise, for God's sakes. 1 million in merchandise.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it.
remember
I
Hub
get it.
saying that he
Look,
got booed at WrestleMania 2 on night 1. James, the only time that I seen Cody Rhodes get booed was when he interrupted the people's elbow.
that was the only
was
time,
it.
because I get it. We haven't seen it in years, so that's what I
I would have
thought.
booed him too. Like,
Hey, I want to see even though I
trying to see
talk
the
smack
people's
about
elbow.
even though it's about, even though I've smack talked it, the people's elbow and the leg drop just being so pathetic because it's been overused in wrestling, but it's just for the theatrics.
Man, listen to this. He said all Cody does is talk. Literally, Cody has had more matches than Roman Reigns in the last 3 years that Roman Reigns has been there. Cody Rhodes has had more
Look,
matches than him.
the whole thing with Cody talking, I mean, we had a lot of complaints when Lesnar was doing it, not barely showing up, and that was a huge complaint. You got a champion on the show now.
I'm going to go on to say this, man. I'm going to say this right now.
It's been 2 weeks.
If the goal that's
look, and I get it. I get it. It was awkward. Him and Rock the following week before that. I get it. And then this week you just bumping up Jay.
Can I say
you want
this?
him to wrestle.
Can I say this? If the goal is to have Roman Reigns come back, right? They're building up a new bloodline. They got Tama Tonga. They got
who's not related.
Oh, let's not get into technicalities here. They got the new bloodline getting built. Supposedly it's going to be going under the Rock, right?
It's like NWO versus the Wolfpack.
I feel like you're going to get that bloodline versus the original bloodline with Sami Zayn. I feel like Sami Zayn's going to be a part of this. If that's going to be the goal and we're going to do the whole Survivor Series War Games or whatever the case is, bloodline civil war, And then the goal is to get Rock, Roman one time, and then Roman retires. I'm going to be happy with it. I'm just going to go on and say I'm going to be happy with it. Like, I think Roman has nothing left to prove. There's no reason to stick around after this. Like, Roman Reigns retires. I am completely happy because you know why? We get new matches with new people. We're already about to get Cody Rhodes versus either LA Knight
It's AJ.
or we're going to get AJ.
It's
And
AJ.
I'm down for either one of those matches. I'm just saying, dude, I'm so over the old shtick of the bloodline. Like this whole bloodline story doesn't need the title to have. You know what I mean? Like you don't need the title in this story that they're about to tell.
I think Roman's already he held it for like over 1,300 days. It's to the point. Okay, now feud with somebody in the family, which that's going to be The Rock. It's the whole. They're calling him the tribal chief instead. You failed the family. Blah 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 blah. You know, there's only so much he's going to do. It's going to be awkward. It's going to be interesting where they go with the flow with, obviously the Usos, Solo. How's that going to turn out? What's his going to be, his ordeal?
Sorry, Blake.
It's going to be interesting.
We just kind of started talking about this and I didn't even pop up your comment right here. It says, hey guys, the way I see the bloodline story playing out is Roman's bloodline versus Solo's bloodline in War Games. The Rock's bloodline. I think that's what's going to happen, man. I think we're going to get there. And I honestly don't even think we're getting Roman Reigns versus The Rock at this next WrestleMania. I think we're getting Cody versus The Rock. I think that's what
a lot of people hinted at, especially with that
that's
promo.
The match I want to see more. I don't care about Roman Reigns and The Rock anymore. Give me Cody and The Rock. They have more story invested into it. Give me that match. I want to see that match more. I felt like I wanted to see that match more leading into this WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. That match was on fire, man. That rivalry was great. I think his motto is the best because I use that every day in my life, and I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best ever will be at things I do. That's what's up. He says I'm a Bret Hart guy. Mike, I love you. First of all.
Oh, there we go. You just start opening a can of worms.
I love you. First of all. But
again,
brother,
he's a Goldberg guy over here.
Brother, I'm a Shawn Michaels guy all the way, through and through. Hub says, Jesse James question, why do you think WWE 2K continues to not have all or at least most of the 6-man team entrances from the past or all the music from the past that they own? I don't get it. That's a good question. I mean, they have 1 year to make a game. They're rushing to get as many new things as possible.
Yeah.
So I think
it is interesting. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Damage Control, it took it some time with the trios tag entrance. Bloodline, you had all 4 members in there, 5, I think. That's a very odd one.
Yeah. Let me see here. But Roman does it too. Wow. Yeah. Cody's a part. Cody is also a part-timer. Cody's there every week. What the fuck are we talking about right now? That's crazy. Dude, when is Cody taking a time off? He's literally doing house shows. He's doing a house show in Kennewick in like a month.
Oh, no, they don't want to count that. They're like, nope, television matters.
Ah, get out of here.
The television matters. Yeah, with Solo and his own 37 record, but we don't mention that.
Man, we had Roman. How many title defenses did Roman Reigns have?
I'm surprised Cody hasn't fought yet. I will say, I'm
hold
surprised
that up
he
for
hasn't
me.
fought.
How many title matches does Roman Reigns have in 2023?
Oh, 2023.
2023, yeah, last year. How many title matches did he have? Because check it out. It's already April, and he's only had 1 title match this year, right? 1? That's it?
Yeah, I think so.
Cody Rhodes. That's it, man. That's wild. That is wild.
Oh, the Fatal 4-Way Rumble. Okay, 2.
If Roman retires, who will fill the void that
Let's see.
be the present? Cody Rhodes.
That's 1.
I feel like Cody Rhodes is more over than Roman Reigns anyway. I don't understand. Like Cody Rhodes is getting all the pops. He's selling all the merchandise. He's doing all the things. Like his numbers are way more superior to Roman. It's crazy. That's why
they had 4 title matches in 2023, and that's excluding
4 matches
going for the tag titles.
That's wild. That is so wild.
There's a couple house shows, and that's it. Which I'm surprised he's done house shows for the title. Didn't know that.
Roman did house shows in 2023?
Yeah, he fought. Let me see.
Interesting.
He defeated Sami Zayn at a house show in 2023. Let's see. He defeated Rey Mysterio when they had a house show in Mexico. He defeated Rey Mysterio when they were in Ohio at a house show. That's
Oh, there you
3.
go. Another question, bros. Bloodline 2.0. I like it, but the payoff is so far away. SummerSlam next time Roman is booked. So my question is that is this too soon to have to wait months for payoff? I don't think so. I think it's a long story, and that's what The Rock was explaining that he wanted to do, right? Like he said he was in it for the long haul. So I think I don't know, man.
It's
I don't
interesting.
think it is.
It's interesting, yeah, because I think it was kind of taking it towards Chris's way, and he's like, his thing was have Roman lay out the Rock, which it could be a potential. They could do Cody Rock at SummerSlam, and then
Yeah.
Rock's just pissed off, and he takes him out, and that gets Cody the win, and then you start drawing the lines from there. But
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
that's where he returned. Remember, that was where he started the whole thing.
Yeah,
in
I think that
2020,
you could do that too. Yeah.
you could do that. I mean, because there's right now they're just
And
building
honestly,
slowly.
SummerSlam's only what, a couple months away. That's not,
Yeah, because we're in
you
what,
know,
April. April, we got
yeah.
June,
Or at the end of
May,
April.
June, July. Yeah, we got about 4 months.
Yeah, I
Because it's
think
early. It's in early August, which I thought it was going to be end of August.
in Cleveland. Just had to throw that out there. Listen, I think that you could pay it off at SummerSlam. I don't think that that's too long at all. We just waited 2 years for Cody to finish the story. 2 years, right? Fans stuck by him. Fans stuck by Roman. You wait about that long for Roman.
It depends.
For Roman
I'll
to go
put it
on
this
break
way.
and come back.
I'll put
you
it
know what I
this
mean?
way. It depends where WrestleMania is, because no one's saying Minnesota. I keep hearing Minnesota, but it still hasn't been announced. So something's holding it up.
I
just
don't
think
know.
they did a press conference in Las Vegas. Like,
Isn't that weird? Don't they usually announce WrestleMania
that's
at
where
WrestleMania?
I'm thinking Las Vegas had to outbid them. I don't know. Something just makes me think they went out their way, and
I'm
Las
gonna go on
Vegas
and
is
say
like,
this, man. I hope Las Vegas gets it over
look, you had
Minnesota.
a press conference there.
Yeah, I think that's the big fight.
Minnesota, okay, sure. They have a good arena. They have an indoor arena. That's fine for the Vikings, which I don't care about them. But I don't know. Vegas seems more reliable, or if it's Vegas the following year, then yeah, that's probably Rock Roman.
Yeah.
Maybe it depends on the location.
I don't know, man. Sean says right here,
I don't
saying
know.
Cody is a paper champion is silly. Dude is on every show. My issue with Cody, honestly, is that Cody should turn heel. That's some AEW crap. Listen, man. Like AEW fans drove this man out because they wanted him to turn heel. Like Cody as a heel doesn't make money. It may make money for the company, but for himself doesn't
If
make
he
money.
dyed his hair black and just
I would hate that.
gave Seth the finger and said, "Nah, I don't care. Yeah,
I
you
would
help
hate
me."
that. I would hate that. Look, there was a time and place.
Could it
Like you said,
work?
that would be listen. That would be amazing. Bullet Club Cody. Where do I sign up for that? Bullet Club it already happened. It's done. Why bring something from the independents over to the mainstream when it's already done? Like, this is the new era. This is Homelander Cody now.
I mean,
Homelander Cody.
yeah,
we went full Homelander. I'm for it.
maybe after. Well, it depends. Well, I guess the question for you is, how long do you think Cody's going to hold the title? What do you think?
Honestly,
I
I don't need Cody to have this long Roman Reigns reign.
No, I'm not saying
that.
But he's probably they want him to put some prestige on that one. And
what I wanted that title off of Roman Reigns for is so we can have good wrestling matches. That's why I wanted it. I wanted to have good wrestling matches we haven't seen before. Cody, AJ, Cody, LA Knight, Cody. You know what I mean? Like we can have tons of different matches.
I've already said there's one
Kevin
person
Owens.
that's going to beat Cody, and that has to be Seth. I think it has to be him beating him for the title.
I'm for it. I love Seth Rollins. I'm for that.
When you pencil them in, do you have Seth go heel or do you have Cody go heel? That's good because you could go either way.
Seth. You have to have
you
Seth.
You could, but then Cody. It could. Yeah, Seth would be the logical way.
Cody goes heel, he loses millions in merchandise sales.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay, you think kids are going to buy heel Cody Rhodes? No. No, they won't.
Well, we don't know. We didn't.
No, they won't.
Well,
why do you think John Cena never turned heel? Let's answer that. John
me, Vince.
Cena knew that there was no money. There was no money for him in that. Going heel, there was no money in that for him. Collecting the merchandise, all that stuff is gone. It completely
It kind
devalued
of
it.
worked for Roman. It kind of worked for Roman,
It's different.
and they were very.
It is. And where was Roman on top of the merchandise sales when Cody came in? Just show me those numbers, because Cody Rhodes was on the top of that list all year. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like, it kind of, the only people that like bad guys in pro wrestling are smart wrestling fans that just want to see somebody turn heel. You know what I mean? Like, they go against the
Yeah,
grain.
because that was a collective thing.
It's the
It's
cool thing to do,
and
like the
yeah,
heel.
it was the John. Well, I mean, it worked for Hogan in the NWO.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
worked. Well,
I was a Sting guy, brother. I'm just saying.
but there
I was,
was a good amount of Hogan fans that say, "Hey, NWO for life." That was a
yeah.
huge thing.
No, yeah,
All
they
it
were
took was a
popular,
little
but I couldn't
click.
wait for Sting to take that
Same
title
with
off.
the bloodline. Like that was the only way it would work if you have a faction behind you.
Symbol says, "Hey boys, just popping in here. Have a great show. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate you,
Yeah.
brother."
Shout out.
Blake says, "Jesse, I think Cody Rhodes will successfully defend his title if he faces Rock at SummerSlam." I don't know. I think they might actually take the title off of him. I honestly think that's going to happen. I think The Rock. I think they still want to have that title on the line for WrestleMania for Roman Reigns versus The Rock. I think that is the end game. I don't ask me why, but I think that's the end game. And you might have Roman Reigns.
You know, it's interesting. You could give Seth the spot because he technically has never main event at WrestleMania 2, and he's never beaten him.
But he's also not in the story like that.
Well, he still mentions him. Like, you were my shield.
Yeah.
He kept shouting him out. I lost my title, and I still went out there and got Superman punched. So,
Dap, what's going on, man? Says, I'm looking forward to the new Bloodline story, Roman and the Usos versus Solo Tama, and hopefully coming soon, Jacob Fatu. Yep, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna
yeah, I
happen.
don't know about Sammy. I don't know if I can see Sammy coming back into it. I don't know.
If the Rock's encountered into it, you got 4-on-4 right there. The Rock and his bloodline, Roman and his bloodline, because what was his bloodline?
Yeah,
Minus
I know.
Minus
Even though
Solo,
Tom and
obviously.
Tonga is, yeah. It's not just me. Chris was on top. He's like, he looked very, I'm not going to lie, after looking at it, he kind of
Looked
looked,
like a jobber.
he looked generic with the one tattoo. And I
El
don't know.
Generico
I
over
think he
here in
would
the
have won.
bloodline.
I don't know. He could have won Jacob Fatu first or.
Oh man. Supergirl says, I'm honestly glad Cody won the belt. He's been working hard. He earned it. Absolutely. I feel the same way. Devin says, do you think we'll get CM Punk with Paul Heyman entrance?
Okay, like the way I put it, was there negative feedback when Sting finally got the title? Of course, they took it away from him, which that was WCW crap.
Yes, there was tons of negative, but it wasn't because of Sting. It was because they fucked the finish at Starrcade 97, brother.
I know that was
they screwed up the biggest finish, the biggest build ever in pro wrestling. They screwed it over because he wasn't tan enough, man. Like
he wasn't fit enough, brother.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It had nothing to do with Sting. They were pissed off in general.
And then the next day, hey, we got to strip it off of you.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Do you think we'll get CM Punk with Paul Heyman entrance at 2K24 since CM Punk is coming out next month? Probably not. I don't see that coming.
Like you mentioned, when Roman retires, I think that might be if you hang it up for Heyman. Heyman wants to eventually retire, no? At some point, he's going to have to, unless he wants to. Unless he wants to. I mean, unless he wants to be paired up with someone else. I mean, he could pair up with Solo.
Braun Breaker just hit the main roster, brother. So, and he likes working with him. Never know.
Yeah. Just
Braun Breaker's not exactly the best on the microphone.
Just have Rick stay out of it with his comments.
All I want to see is the next chapter of the American Nightmare and who's next besides The Rock for the title. The Rock's probably not next. I think that
it's going to be AJ. That's which I kind of am bothered by the whole thing of doing the match again when the WrestleMania match is supposed to be the bigger match, and you do this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I get bothered when they do this WrestleMania rematches on a show that like your WrestleMania match is supposed to be more than the SmackDown one. I don't know. I kind of hated the idea they went that direction.
Yeah, they could have made the
Just put him in the triple threat in the same match, and LA Knight loses, and he's not the one that gets the pinfall. AJ,
yeah,
boom. He
yeah.
could have
I
fought
mean,
somebody else. Like I don't know.
I don't get as bothered about it like you guys do, but for me,
It's
it's
just a little thing because I'm like, yeah, we would have got mad if AJ beat LA Knight, but then it's like, LA's not beating him at SmackDown, and this one means more than a WrestleMania match.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Hub said Mania always announced at or before previous Mania. Something is holding this up. James is correct. Yeah,
I'm telling you, Vegas had to stir
that's
in. I know
weird. Royal
I
Rumble
know
too.
Minnesota was like, "Oh, we're ready to announce something." Yeah, but I know Vegas is like, "We had a press conference here. Where did Minnesota come in?"
The Royal Rumble too hasn't been announced for the next place, has it?
No, no,
Yeah,
I know
that's
Milwaukee, but
crazy.
that's 2026
Yeah, that's weird, man. That's weird.
in an outstarted stadium, by the way, when it snows. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Versus the Tribal Hair. Now let's see Damian Priest. Let's see how he does as champion. Yeah, I'm excited to see that too. I didn't think I was, but
Would
I
you
you
want
know, you
him?
got to give it a chance.
So from seeing Raw yesterday with Priest, do you think it's gonna benefit him going babyface? Because that's what it looks like they're going.
You think Priest is going babyface?
He was pissed off when they were attacking Jay. Yeah.
Interesting.
He was kinda bothered
I
by
must
it,
have
and I'm
missed that
like
part.
don't get me wrong, he was badass in NXT when he was a face.
I don't think he was trying to be a face. I think
He seemed bothered, that's the
he seemed
thing.
like he wanted to do it himself. He seemed
I don't know, I just feel
hungry.
like tension's gonna go high and either it's gonna be like Evolution style on him probably.
Yeah, yeah. Hub says Cody holds the title for at least a year. I think if he lost at SummerSlam, I think it would diminish the story being finished. Cody must have a major successful title defense, Roman or Rock. Yeah, I mean,
That's where I'm saying Rock. That's why I'm
I
saying I
don't
think
really care. After this point, man, I gotta say, I don't care what happens with the title and Cody Rhodes after this. Like, as long as they didn't
let's
like
say an
come on,
injury occurs, how would you feel?
I would be happy that I got to witness Cody Rhodes win the title finally. That's where I stand.
It's always it's
It,
always
it
like it's
it's
always
prestigious.
directed with wrestling. The chase is always gonna be the more powerful thing. It
Yeah,
always has
absolutely. I
been.
mean,
Because
listen,
then does it get stale? Yeah, it does get stale. At some
everybody
point,
does that.
yeah, there's gonna be a new, new flavor of the month you're gonna pick on, or whoever wins the Money in the
And he
Bank,
needs to
or
stop coming out and doing these damn dad jokes every damn week too, because that shit is cringe. Like Cody needs to stop that shit. Go back to Cody Rhodes of AEW, man. That's what I want to see. Though, because he knows how to cut a good promo. Cody can cut a promo if he wants. He's out here trying to be PG Cody, and I don't like that.
yeah, you're
So
my
he needs to,
yeet, or what did he say? You're my yeet to my.
yeah, bro. Can I just say the commentary from WrestleMania night 1 and 2, flawless. And the commentary lately with Michael Cole and Pat is absolutely incredible, man. It is
Enjoy Pat while he's there.
incredible. I
Wait
know,
until
dude.
August. Yeah, wait till August when he has to go back to his ESPN duties.
That's rough, dude, because Pat and Michael Cole are like the best
It's
thing on
Pat
TV.
that influences Michael Cole, which
Yeah.
Michael Cole has done a lot better. But when they're there,
Corey
you
Graves
know,
did great on WrestleMania too. All three of them were cracking me and my wife up the entire night, dude, on some of the shit they were saying. It was great.
especially yesterday. Oh, jeez.
Um, Perplexed Roman. My first wrestling game was SVR 09. Made me love Jeff Hardy. You're looking at it from a merchandising standpoint, Jesse. I'm looking at it from, and I think James sees my point, from a storyline standpoint. Heel Cody would break the internet on this WWE stage.
Because it's
I just
more so, like, I don't
How
know.
many
I think
heels do you need though in pro wrestling? Like that's I guess where I'm at. We
I
have
guess
so
it's
many
to a point
heels.
like who's going to be the big heel once Roman retires or
I
leaves, I
want to
should
know
say.
what's the infatuation with turning somebody heel. Like I want to know that. Like when they're
I,
babyface, when they're an over babyface, why they got to turn heel? Why does all these wrestling fans want them to turn heel? It
Look,
doesn't
you
make any
never
sense.
did you ever in your time see Hogan ever going heel? No, and that boomed his career to the highest of
Yeah,
all
but he
time.
had nothing. He was old. He was so old. That's what I mean. Like he had nothing left to
I
accomplish.
just want I don't know. I
His
just think
career was
who's going to be the next heel?
flatlining.
Like who's going to be the next big heel after Roman leaves?
Uh, AJ Styles. Why not?
He's old too. Come
Why
on.
not? AJ's not
Mm,
that old. He's not Hogan old. Come on,
no, he's
dude.
not Hogan old, but he's getting there.
He's not Hogan
He's
old.
eventually gonna hang it up.
I
There
mean,
is a potential.
do you turn your biggest star, because that is what he is,
I just
your
recollect that
biggest
it's gonna.
star, heel?
I just recollect that somewhere it's gonna be they want you to root for Seth and they're gonna want you to boo Cody because Seth's never got that main event spot. He's been waiting as well. He
I mean,
hasn't got it.
listen, if it happens, it happens. Would I do it? Absolutely not.
No, not now. I'm not saying like
I
right
wouldn't do
instantly,
it.
but at some point it's gonna be, hey, once up this Roman Rock stuff cools off and there's really nobody there, you got to have portray someone as your big heel. Yeah, I see Gunther, but is it going to propel?
Here's something for you. Where's MJF? Conrad's convinced that MJF is signed to AEW. I'm not so convinced that MJF is signed to AEW.
Yeah, I know Liv brought it up recently, saying, "Oh yeah, if he wants to come over, he can come over here." I know
Because I'll
John
tell you
Cena
what,
has influenced it too.
MJF versus Cody Rhodes in WWE will be
Oh,
10
that ship
times
is yeah.
better
If that
than
happens,
Roman
that's
Reigns.
it. That's it. Cody's going straight down, and then everyone's going to be MJF. I think. I don't know about the kids. There might be
I'm just saying, dude. Who's a
if.
who's a who's a better heel in professional wrestling?
Oh yeah, they
MJF
have the. Oh, I
or
know.
Roman Reigns? You think
Don't
Roman
get
Reigns is that
Conrad
top
started
guy?
here with the. Oh well, where's the video package when he comes in?
I'm pretty sure everybody knows him from AEW. Listen, the whole Tomatunga thing too, I heard that too. Where's the video package? Like, have you not
I,
been hearing the fans
yeah,
online
but
talk
I
about
think
Tomatunga
I
and
get it, but
Fatu
it's
for how
like
long now?
the way I liked it back in the day when like some mysterious person attacks someone, the commentators act shocked, they don't know who it is. Now it's like, oh, they want you to acknowledge, like, hey, you should know who he is. I don't know. I kind of like the old fashioned way.
Hub says, Jesse, you sound like me. You got to see Cody win, so you're good. I just need Jey Uso to be champion for one day, please. No,
I think
I think they need to give the belt to Jay for a longer period than that. Like, why just a day? Jay's. I feel like he's earning it, man. Jay's
but
over.
we didn't think he was going to do a singles run very well, but he's proven his ground.
I have a feeling that now that Jay has skyrocketed up to that main event Jey Uso stage, that they're gonna throw his ass back with the Usos.
Well, that's what's going to happen because he mentioned it, like, oh, hey, well, I told him to leave the bloodline. Like, it's not
Yeah, I know.
like that's what it's going to be the pairing, and then once that cools off, he might get a spot. They might go their own separate directions. I don't know.
Dap says the bigger question is, if there is two bloodline factions, where would the Rock's allegiance fall?
Well, obviously the new one.
Yeah, it'd have to be the new one, I
It would
think.
have to be the new one. Solo. I mean, he's been looking at Roman like he wanted the peace. You got Tamatonga. Yes, I get it. Adopt the son of Haku and the Hawaiian traditions and all that crap. Not going to get into it. I mean, it's just going to be, hey, I know how to do it. Blah 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 blah. I'm the tribal chief. No, I'm the tribal chief. That's it.
I think Mike's still talking about that Brett and Sean thing. I'm sorry to say this, Jesse, but if it wasn't for that little interruption from Gorilla Monsoon saying that it was going to go into sudden death, Brett won technically. I'm going to tell you something that's going to.
He is right.
Yeah, he is right.
He technically is right.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at it. I'm going to tell you this though. That match, overrated. I've said this before, man. I am not an Iron Man match guy. It's just not my thing.
Oh, Hunter's like, oh, I got something for you. It's coming right up. You're gonna watch
Iron
Cody
Survivor,
Rhodes,
bro.
Roman Reigns, Iron Man match.
The people I can see joining the Rock's bloodline are Tonga. Yeah, you think there's going to be that many people joining the bloodline? That'd be crazy.
Okay, here's my question: where do you put Heyman? Does he go with Roman, or does he say
He
to
goes
hell with
Roman.
him?
He goes Roman. You think he
Heyman's
turns?
Heyman's a heel too.
Hey now, let's cook. Hold on a second. Heyman turns on his tribal chief. That would be good.
Hey, they've been mentioning his boy too. They've been bringing him back. There's
Rock slowly but surely.
What, just throw in there? Yeah, he's part of the bloodline.
I'd like to see Heyman. I'd like to see Heyman go back with CM Punk. That's what I'd like to see. That's another match that I want to see at WrestleMania. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. Let's get this match. Let's make this match happen before CM Punk is done.
Oh yeah, I forgot
before he chokes out somebody else.
Punk and Rollins too. Yeah, but And whatever happens with McIntyre with this, 4 or 5 weeks, which I'm pretty sure
How
it's
does
gonna be
everybody feel
fine.
about this, by the way? Like, I want to know some opinions too. You stand with Jack Perry or you stand with CM Punk? Like, everybody knows I'm a Punk guy, right? It's okay if it's okay if you're not. We're not fighting, obviously. It I want to know how the chat feels. Like, do you think that CM Punk was in the wrong and why? Do you think that Jack Perry and the Elite were maybe in the wrong? Do you feel
What
like CM Punk was pushed over the edge? I want to know how you guys felt about that footage being shown in the back. 'Cause like I said, there was a lot of things that happened this last week on pro wrestling that we couldn't dive into. So
yeah, hey, Tony Schiavone silenced everyone and
I'm
said,
just
"I
I'm
don't."
just trying to catch up with my community. You know what I mean? I want to know what my people think. Like what's going on here? Blake says
Whatever.
I go ahead,
No,
James.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say
Go
Blake
ahead with
says I honestly don't see The Rock as champion. I hope Cody wins against him. Listen, I think it was confirmed by Triple H and by The Rock that they were 100% going to go with The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania this year. And Rock was the one that pivoted and changed everything
because
and
you
pitched
know,
the whole final boss idea and everything. Like, dude, Rock's a genius for doing that. Like,
like,
shout out to
would
him. Like,
I guess you
I really
pivot.
praise
So
him.
here's the question: what was the match going to be when it was going to be 39? If Rock was going to be involved, would we got the same thing, and then they do the final boss?
So Rock wasn't gonna ever turn the whole idea was not gonna be the Rock turning heel. He was gonna be babyface. They
Yeah,
did this so quick, James. So quick he turned heel Rock, and you got what you got out of it, and it was
yeah. He,
phenomenal.
he pumped
Like,
it very well. They did it very well. It was everything. He got his win, which I knew they were going to.
yeah.
Um, and then a particular person, which I know you still won't acknowledge, that helped them, by the way.
Man, fuck the Undertaker.
Hey,
Like, I'm gonna
hey,
go
you
on and
got,
listen.
you got. Wait. You have to acknowledge the man. He was about to whoop Cody's
I
ass.
That boy can't stand up
He
straight.
he
Like he
he
couldn't even perform the
he
choke
did the
slam. You're
job.
telling me that took
He
out the
still
Rock?
did it. Well, Austin was over there in with the mountains with his cat.
He didn't even touch Roman though, so technically he didn't do the
No,
job.
but Rock was gonna touch him.
Can we acknowledge the real story about this, man? Seth Rollins said that he was going to be Cody's Shield, came out in the Shield gear. Roman had the chair and was going to go after Cody in the end of that match. He turned and hit Seth because that turn that Seth did on him stuck in his mind so much. They played that story back from years ago. That that was beautiful, man. Like how they ended that. And we knew this was
Hence,
going to be a dusty
yeah.
finish.
Hence,
Right?
that's why the Roman or the Roman. That's why Undertaker went after the Rock because of losing to Roman.
How do you really feel, James? How did you like it?
No, it was spectacular. Trust me, I was on edge just like everyone else. Like, is he going to actually do this? I just felt certain things were pointing in that direction. You do a documentary about Roman the week before WrestleMania. What was Twitter and everything doing? They were bashing Roman Reigns. Then it was, hey, thank you, Roman. You
So
know, they deflected.
when I watched that Roman Reigns documentary, I immediately thought he's winning this, man. Roman's gonna walk away. Cody's gonna
No,
lose that
no.
match
I
again.
just
And that was my honest to God feeling about the Roman Reigns thing. Like when I seen that documentary and Roman said, "I'm not retiring until I lose the title." Immediately, I was like, "He's not
you
losing."
think it's a dedication of, oh yeah, he's gonna
Yeah,
win.
yeah,
I took it the other way, and we were here cheering like, oh yeah, Rock Roman, they need to win the first match.
It was scary, man. Joe Compton says, "I think that Roman needs one more good match against Seth Rollins before he retires." I agree with that. There's too much history between them, and it would be a good send off for Roman. I 100% agree with
Yeah,
that.
they need it. They need a send off there too.
I think, man,
Roman has
you have
never beat Seth, by the way, so
Oh,
that's
okay. So he goes out with the pinfall. Then you think Roman Reigns goes out on top? Seth gives him the win.
I think so.
That would be
Do they do the
incredible.
whole Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels? Like,
How do you
I'm
feel
sorry.
about the old school way of thinking that you have if you're retiring, you have to go out on your back? How do you feel about that? Is that something that is still relevant today in 2024? Could we send him off like Sting in AEW?
No,
Send him off with a
not all the
victory and a
time. I
title?
mean, mm,
Why not?
I mean, I wasn't bothered when Shawn Michaels beat Flair. I wasn't bothered by it.
I wasn't either, but what I'm
Sting, I
saying,
mean I mean, Sting, okay. Yeah, I think it was perfect. He had
Shawn
to go
Michaels also
undefeated
lost to The Undertaker, though, too, to retire.
twice, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
could we
I
send
just think
Roman
this mo
off with a
I
victory?
just think yeah, I think the story's there, like, they mention it. He
Okay.
has never beaten Seth, that's gotta be the one, just like Seth's gotta beat Cody, he's never beat him before.
Good comment, Joe, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah, that's a nitpicker. I never
thought-provoking question right
yeah.
there, I would say, is, can you send Roman off into the sunset with a victory? And how would fans feel about it? Would they feel like, "Oh, Roman should have went out on his back," or should he just win? Maybe he wins with the title. Maybe he comes
Does he
back and
get
beats
an
Cody.
does he get another title run?
That's what I mean. Maybe he's the one to come back and beat Cody. I honestly feel
Hmm.
like The Rock is gonna be the one to beat Cody. The Rock's gonna come back, Rock will take the title off of Cody,
Don't
and they're gonna run the same
yeah,
match that they
and
wanted
it's
to at WrestleMania.
flashbacks. It's flashback to Punk and Rock all over again when,
Yeah.
I
Well, that was the original idea.
yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? It was
Mm.
always supposed to be Rock, Roman, but Rock, being the professional he is, and I gave him so much shit. But kudos to The Rock, because I'll tell you what, Conrad brought up something this week in our private chats that I admired, and he made a lot of sense. He said, "You better be thanking The Rock, because I guarantee if that was Shawn Michaels or if this was back in the day, you're waiting next year, buddy. You know what I mean? You're waiting in line, because I'm going and I'm getting the main event at WrestleMania, yada, yada." This would not have flown with
There's a
Steve
lot of
Austin.
potential.
Well,
Let me
maybe
see.
Steve Austin would have. I don't know. But The Rock is so in tune with the audience that he knew that he had to pivot to give it to Cody, because he knew what the fans really wanted. He knew
Yeah.
that the portion of fans that wanted Rock and Roman were minuscule compared to the fans that wanted Cody Roman. And they could tell a longer story this way too. So it works. I thought it worked out better. I don't know how you feel, but you're still going to
Man,
get
this
Rock and Roman.
yeah.
I think that's the
I
goal.
don't know why. Why is there some? I don't know. Instead of Sami Zayn, what do I think they might just throw in Cody in there? I don't know. Like to
For
be
the
with the one, like
bloodline?
just for the one time for that match. Like I don't know.
Oh God, after everything that Roman Reigns has done to
Yeah,
Cody,
but it's
would that
like
make sense for
I
Cody to turn the other cheek, so to speak,
like I
and go
can't
in
respect
there
the
to face?
Rock. I don't know something with the Rock. I don't know because Rock was holding the whole ground while Roman was sitting on the sidelines.
Interesting. Hub
I don't
says,
know.
imagine
'Cause
Roman.
I don't know about Sammy. I don't know. It just feels odd. Like how I guess if Jay asks, I'm like, hey, you need to come back to the group to help us out.
It would have to be Roman Reigns embracing Sammy and telling him that he was wrong.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns would have to eat that bullet and eat
I
that
mean, we'll
apology.
see. I mean, Sammy, I get it. He's the champion right now, so we'll see. It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting.
Hubbard says, imagine Roman with a chill vibe during Jay's music playing. Such a vibe. Extreme
What? Can
Live
you see
says
Roman doing this? I mean,
Cody Nakamura. Yeah, Extreme Live is the
oh, don't
best.
give me yeah, knock it. Yeah, the jobber.
Triple H's creative mind in his booking. Sometimes it goes, yeah. Other times it goes, nah, nah. um, listen, man. I praise Triple H for everything he's doing right now, because I feel like they're hitting on all cylinders. Raw was fantastic yesterday. If you
Now,
didn't like it,
hold
cool,
on.
but
Now we just need this draft to go smoothly and don't do the oh
I
yeah.
agree.
Let's see how that goes. And NXT's involved.
You know what sucks, man, is I have tickets coming up to Monday Night Raw in Portland, and I want to take the granddaughter to go and see Cody Rhodes, because she's a huge fan of Cody Rhodes. I don't think he's going to be a part of Raw come September. I think he's getting drafted to SmackDown. Do you
Hmm.
think they swap the titles? Do you think Damian Priest goes to SmackDown and they keep
Judgment Day on
Cody on Raw?
SmackDown.
I'm
Netflix.
just
Netflix. Cody.
I think that's the better choice.
Yeah, I'm wondering, is USA bugging to have Cody on SmackDown, or is it Netflix saying no? We want him over here on
Well,
Raw.
SmackDown right now is still with Fox. So
Yeah, until they
when
go to
when when do they go to USA?
that's a good question. Let me see.
I don't know.
I just see a deflection. Maybe like a whole new Judgment Day goes over to SmackDown. They've been on Raw for what a good while now. 2 years now when Edge created it.
Blake says, "Are you guys excited for the pay-per-view on May 4th in France? It's at 1 p.m. Eastern time."
Let's
Um,
see. When
it
is I'll be
1
watching
p.m.
it.
Yeah, I could be watching that. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but I'll be watching it.
I think Cody Rhodes versus The Rock happens at WrestleMania
Start
41. I
date
think you're right.
October. October. So it's close. October.
Really?
It's in
That soon? This
It's in
October?
Yeah, October. Friday Night SmackDown currently airs on Fox in the US. The
I'm
Blue Band
interested.
will be moving to USA in October. 5-year deal.
Man, I'm interested. You got me
Ooh,
now.
it's a question. What brand do they put them on?
See
Jeez.
here. See, look at it. If MJF isn't signed, prepare yourself. Somebody is getting cussed out.
I'm just wondering, like Tony had
I
to
don't think
like
he's signed. I seriously don't think
Tony
he's signed.
had to cup him in any way and say, "Look, wait, I'll do anything for you." I don't know.
I could definitely see Tony saying that. Take all my money.
Yeah, it's my dad's anyways.
Just don't yell at me. Let me see
Yeah,
here.
it's my
Zay says,
dad's company.
"Hey, they did it to Austin and Rock. They both went heel." It could happen, man. Conrad
Y-
says MJF definitely signed to AEW, and I agree because if he's not, the TK is officially the dumbest man alive. So he better be signed to AEW or it's over for them. I 100% agree with this. I feel like I was saying this earlier. The difference between AEW and WWE right now for me is, and for a lot of people, is AEW has all your favorite wrestlers, right?
Your indie darlings.
They have your indie darlings. They have your favorite wrestlers. WWE has your favorite stars, mega stars. I feel like it's night and day compared to like what they have going on in AEW compared to what they have going on in WWE. WWE's roster is so loaded right now. It's hard to compete with. And they're building people up like Jey Uso, like Kevin Owens, like Sami Zayn. They just had Chad Gable do in a phenomenal heel turn yesterday on Monday Night Raw. So
Yeah.
there's so many things cooking up in the weeds over there in WWE. I don't know what it's going to take for AEW to pick up that momentum,
Something
but
I
it
don't know.
sure as fuck is not going to be showing stupid ass footage from All In on your program. That's not getting you
At
anywhere.
this rate, let's just show a brawl out. Why not?
Might as well. I mean, why not? Yeah, let's see it all.
I mean,
Let's see what happens.
yeah, I get it. It's very, yeah, I know. I always bag on it
We
and say
wouldn't
it's
show that though
2000.
because that may be on the Bucks. You know what I mean? Just saying.
Yeah, and the conflicting reports. Oh, yeah, they were okay with it. No, they weren't. And then Tony Schiavone's like, yeah, which I believe Tony Schiavone when he's saying that. He's like, I was playing the character. I
I
believe
think
him.
Kenny Omega just recently talked about Brawl Out and he was really cool about it. And I believed him. I believed Kenny Omega. I felt like he was sincere. I felt like there was a talking relationship between him and CM Punk. Did you feel
Hmm.
like that coming out of that little interview that he
Yeah,
did?
yeah. I
Or
mean, he was the only
I
one
don't
that
think it
wanted to
was an
talk with
interview,
him.
but
He was, I believe him. He was there for the dog. I don't know. I still don't believe they still bet him. I thought it was the dog, but
yeah.
um, and the other two Stooges, just I'm done
I
with
think a
them.
lot of this had to do with
I
the
threw their
budget.
merchandise in the dumpster. Yeah, they got my money. That's okay. It's
I
in the
paid money
dumpster.
for that. I'm not doing that. I'm not one of those fans. I
I,
still got the
I I
t-shirt.
threw it away. I was just so tired of it. I mean, you brought CM Punk back, which is your biggest star. You haven't. I mean, I seen the joke about WWE having 18 consecutive sellouts. It's been like 72 damn weeks since they've had a 1 million viewer count on AEW.
Hub says I love Gorilla Monsoon and HBK is my number one wrestler ever. But at WrestleMania 12, Brett won. It was at least a 60 man. It was a conspiracy. I love that. I love that so much. Everything Pro Wrestling said. He did what he thought was the professional thing.
Yeah,
CM
he,
Punk.
he did. He did.
I, s-
Would you do that? Would you do that? Yeah, I get it. I mean, could have just Dan House, and everyone was like bashing this whole thing. He was the only one. Look, if you're in a school, like you're gonna get in a fight. I mean, you're not gonna let someone talk crap to you.
let's
No one's
let's
gonna
bring these
handle this.
comments up because this is the
So
question I posed. If they thought that AEW was in the right for this, or if CM Punk or whatever. Hub says I stand with CM Punk, and everyone knows I'm not CM Punk's number one fan. But to me, Perry was clearly in the wrong for the stunt he pulled at All In pre-show. Joe says Jack Perry ran his mouth to a seasoned veteran, and he was trying to give advice. Punk was 110% in the right. The video proves what Punk said on the Helani show. So yeah, it's Tony
The
and
minute
Bucks were pretty
the
were
look,
petty, and Shivani's face said it all. Well, Shivani actually just recently did a podcast where he was coming out saying he was selling the angle with the Bucks.
I believe him.
I believe him too. I
And
believe Tony Schiavone.
Look, and he knows like better than anyone else. He's like, I was there for WCW, so I know the BS I went through. So
yeah. Hub says
you know,
Rock Roman was official. Rock changed it. Dwayne Johnson made an amazing decision, and honestly, I have to give the man credit. He saved WrestleMania 40. Facts,
yeah.
facts. Like credit to where credit. Look, I owe him an apology because I said, if this was the Rock's call to change it, I'll apologize. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, I apologize, sir. You got it right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot. I apologize for everything I said. I thought that, what was
Now
happening
say with
was
me.
unfair.
Now say it for the Undertaker.
I'm gonna
say with the Undertaker.
I'm gonna refrain from cussing you out right now. That's
say
what we're
with
gonna
the
do.
Undertaker. He did come out there and saved his ass from getting a whooping. Can we acknowledge that?
The Rock switched up thing taught me this isn't the old WWE. They earn trust and give it time. Yeah, facts, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Exactly. I was waiting for that one to pop up. You're being all silent about it.
Mike, don't encourage this.
Yeah, see? Look, Undertaker, look, I get it.
Don't encourage this.
Look, there's some Undertaker love in you. There has to be sometimes the Undertaker made you smile.
I think Cody is going to beat The Rock because The Rock already has a victory.
I hope Taker comes out and says, you know what, I deserve a spot. I saved your ass. I took out the final boss. You got beat by the final boss.
Let's give Taker another WrestleMania moment, brother.
Yeah, why not? One more. Why not?
Fuck it.
Why not? Cody's going to give like Johnny Gargano a match anyways.
Mike says, Jesse and James question, what do you think about the tag team title design? Yeet or no yeet?
Oh, the
I say
ones?
yeet.
No, they're fine. I know everyone was
yeet.
Crying about it's a definite yeet. It's better than those nickel ones, those nickel silver plate ones.
Night and day compared to those other titles,
man. Can you believe I was mentioning this to Chris today? It's been like 15 years since he's had those damn things.
That's crazy.
Or 14.
With those titles?
Yeah, I think it was those or those copper-looking ones.
We've replaced the United States, the Intercontinental, the World Heavyweight, and the WWE multiple times, but we haven't replaced these in 15 years?
I think so.
That's wild.
I think so because the tag division was crap. I don't know. They had the red and blue ones. Wondering what the SmackDown ones are going to look like. I hope it's not blue. I hope that they don't do that crap with the blue. I feel like they're going the old 2000s type of deal where they had one was called the World and one was called the WWE tag titles.
Hubbard says Rock did the right thing and Triple H did the right thing by listening to Rock after their fans revolted. Yeah, 100%, because Triple H was ready to bring the Rock on board and he was just going to go with the flow.
Triple H is the guy that allowed Punk in. So, I mean, I wouldn't doubt the guy,
Sean and Conrad, same question. What do you think about the tag team title designs?
It's like the world title. That's what I already looked at it as. Just
Byron says, I think Logan Paul joins the Judgment Day. Hold on now. Hub says, question, Jesse and James, with Netflix on the horizon, will Raw retake the position of WWE's #1 show? I say yes. I agree with you, Hub. I think that they do.
Dude,
how could you not?
They need to go on Netflix.
I think they're the #1 show right now. What
please allow the swearing. I get tired. We couldn't even hear Rock's promos half the time. I mean, you had the Canadian fans chanting BS the other day. I mean, it's irritating for me to listen to.
Yeah.
Hear this up. Let's go to Netflix.
I think Netflix allows it. Don't you?
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't negotiate both shows, Raw and SmackDown.
I think Jacob Fatu is interfering in the Jay versus Priest match to screw Jay. Could be. I think you're right.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a right opportunity.
I mean, I hate to say it. Yeah, Priest is going to win. It's just a rubber match just to get Priest a victory. He's got to start somewhere.
Listen to this. Can see a three-way between Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and Drew. Interesting.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Oh man, you know how we feel about three ways all the time. It's always been
Hashtag thank you, Taker.
yeah. Yeah, shout out to
Look
Undertaker.
at Wolf Mode. Brother, what do you like in pro wrestling? Those new tag team titles suck.
Are you the one that posted the one where it looks like a pizza? I mean, I get the infatuation, but geez.
Oh, man. That's crazy, dude. Dap says AEW needs better storytelling. I agree with that. 100%. I've
Here's
always
the
said that,
way
though,
here's the
so
way I've looked at it. AEW is more so, and
in
I've
ring.
said this like they're more so focused on the in ring. They're more focused on just like the spectacular dream matches. You know, do they have some stories? They do. You know, just they're not bright and shiny like the WWE's soap opera and conflict. Yeah, they're over. I mean, look, you had the past show. You had Will Ospreay going on Triple H with the comment about grinding on the daughter, the boss's daughter. When you got a guy that's using his dad's money to make the damn company in the first
How do you
place.
feel about Triple H's comments? You brought up a good point. How do you feel about Triple H's comments? Do you think it was strictly towards Will
I
Ospreay,
don't.
or do you think it was kind of a hit on all of those
I think
people?
it was hit on everybody. I don't think it was them. I'm pretty sure if Triple H he would try to get Will Ospreay, just
I
like
think I
Mercedes Moné and all them. Just she wanted too damn much money. Will
I
wanted
think
too
he was
much money.
talking about Will Ospreay alone when he
I
said
just
that. I
yeah,
felt
yeah.
he was.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't feel like it was
you do
everybody.
what one you do one show a week, maybe two if you have to do pay per view. They don't do house shows over there, and if they do, it's very solemnly. You get it. You could do free roaming. You know, you had John Moxley go to New Japan, win a title. I get it. That's a free roaming thing for it. While over there in WWE, you do what a Raw, maybe two house
You got
shows.
this whole chat turning heel against me tonight, man. It says Undertaker needs to be
Look,
booked as an interference for every match at
all I'm
WrestleMania
asking, you
21.
can hear
Sorry, Jeff.
praise the Rock. Undertaker shows up one time, and it's no, I don't want Taker. Well, Austin didn't
I
show
will.
up.
I will say this.
Where was Austin? Oh, he couldn't. He was counting his money that he was
Do you
waiting
think
for.
that would have been the better ending, right? Steve Austin showing up,
It does,
because
but then I'm
that's the
thinking,
better feud.
I get it, but then it kind of pertains like Seth had problems with Roman, Undertaker had problems with Roman, so it's not like it was like a missing, like a out of
No, I get
blue,
it.
like you know.
It
Now I
still
don't know
fit
how
with the
often.
Undertaker.
No,
I just
I don't
feel
know.
like Austin would have been better.
No, I don't know
Personally.
how often. Someone had to take out the final boss, and why not a guy that had the streak for so long? Why not? I
That's
didn't have no
true.
problem with a chokeslam. At least he didn't do a tombstone. That would have been worse. I don't even know if
Conrad
he.
says tag titles are a major upgrade. Sorry, James. Go ahead.
I said it would have been horrible if you had him do it. I don't even know if he can do a tombstone.
Yeah, we couldn't even do a choke slam if we're being completely
Oh,
fucking honest. I mean, that
it's
choke
better than
slam was
it's better than
terrible.
what we would have done.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure I could do a better choke slam than that right now. I'm just saying.
Everyone tweet this at the Rock and
Hop, hop,
Taker.
hop up for me, brother. I'll make that
Yeah,
shit look
you
way
got it.
better.
Yeah. You just hold up and I'll just choke slam.
Yeah, I'll make it look better. I don't know. Mike says,
Yes,
"Are
it
y'all
wasn't the
like?"
greatest. It wasn't better than Damian Priest.
Mike says, "Or do y'all like?" Man, people are gonna hate me for these comments tonight. This podcast is getting
Look,
clipped for
we're
sure.
Team Cody and Team Taker. Okay,
Yeah, this is getting clipped for sure.
Austin, no show. Get out of here.
Mike says, "Or do y'all like the tag team designs for the Attitude Era?" I like. So listen, man, you're getting me down a rabbit hole of belts, and I'm a belt guy. I explained this earlier too. I prefer the belts today, not design wise, but just quality wise, I guess. I think the side
Hmm.
plate idea is better than a nameplate idea. So I do like the side plate designs. I like the thicker zinc plated belts with the deeper etching. So I do like that design. And I love what they were going with on the tag team titles, because I like the world heavyweight title design. I feel like that title right now is probably my favorite title in pro wrestling. It's probably not a popular opinion, but that
It
right
is
now,
very nice. It took some time to get
it
adjusted.
didn't even take me time. As soon as I seen it, I fell in love with it. I
Just
want to get a replica of it.
all I'm
Anybody want
asking,
a Universal title? I'll sell it to you right now. I want to get that world title. That's what I want.
please don't make these blue or put a blue moniker on the SmackDown one. Please don't do that. I'm gonna hate that. Just go the
I
old
mean, what
school
else do
route.
they do though? Do you
Well,
do?
remember I said they had back in what was it, 2002, they called them the world titles, the world tag titles, and then WWE tag titles.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Those titles weren't bad.
I actually liked
I
those
actually like
titles.
those was pretty nice, but
Yeah, I like those.
the copper one and the
I prefer the
recycled metal
SmackDown
ones,
titles at the time. The blue looked really nice on
I
those
think the
titles, I
raw
thought.
ones were pretty nice.
You like the raw ones, huh?
I think I like the raw ones a little better.
Interesting.
Just don't give me the blue moniker on it, please. That I will hate.
Blake says, "Could you guys see my state of Missouri hosting another WWE pay-per-view?" Yeah, St.
Orton,
Louis?
what? Yeah, St. Louis, yeah, for
St.
Orton.
Louis?
Whenever he
Absolutely.
retires, whenever he does. Oh yeah, that's another matchup. Cody Orton. Whenever
They need
that
to bring a
happens.
PLE over here to Seattle, man. I better not be the Rumble. I'm telling you now, James. I look, it's my first year traveling with the 2K Next Makers.
Hey,
I
you're
don't want
down
to
the
go to
street. You got to
I don't
drive.
want to go to Seattle. I don't want to go to Seattle, man. Like, listen, I don't even want to say that because there's so many people here in the Seattle area that would love to see a Royal Rumble. So I don't even want to put that on them because if it is in Seattle, great.
Ah, there you go. Conrad answered it. Well, AEW has St. Louis on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about WWE
We're talking
PLEs,
about
though.
we're not talking about the XFL. I
Conrad's
still,
get
I
you're about
know,
to get a private message right damn now,
I
is
know.
what you're about to
Oh,
get.
you're saying, I know.
uh
No, I'm surprised it isn't St. Louis. I mean, when was the last time
AEW's got
St.
a
Louis?
PL or PLE. AEW's got a
The
pay-per-view.
day Tony comes out and says, "Hey, these are PLEs."
AEW's got a pay-per-view coming to see Tacoma, Washington. They're bringing Wrestle Dream back here
Yeah,
again.
what
I'm
of
gonna
all
miss that
the
one. I'm not going to AEW, man.
I'm
Like
not going to
they got
Los
a bunch.
Angeles. I think I'm more so like I don't know why. Maybe I'm just more like even for WWE, I kind of feel like when I go to just pay-per-views now. I don't really care if I go to Raw and SmackDowns. I don't know.
Says get ready to fly to France, baby. I'm down.
Get
I'm
ready to play
down.
to France.
James, you ever left the country? I haven't. I've never left the
Nope.
country.
No, maybe on the Xbox or when I had an Xbox going to Australia.
We're gonna have to get some passports, buddy, because we're going to France this year. I don't
Yeah,
look.
France.
Where do you think the Royal Rumble ends up? Who's the runner up? Seattle was supposed to get it 3 years ago. If Seattle gets it, I'm not mad at it.
Well, we won't know till later because someone mentioned and have fact me if I'm wrong. Fact check me if I'm wrong. Because I think they announced it in September, and that's when they announced like Florida getting it.
If Seattle
Um,
gets the Royal Rumble, I won't even have 2K pay for a
yeah.
flight. I'll tell them to reimburse my gas because I'll drive.
There's a lot of arenas. I mean, I'm trying to think what would be a major. Who hasn't done? I mean, I'm thinking who has a big stadium arena that hasn't done the Rumble that would work. Yeah, Safeco Field could do it. I've always been pitching it
I'll
about
tell you
the
right now, if they do it,
Dodger Stadium. Come on, that's an iconic arena. Do it there. That would be cool.
if they do Royal Rumble in Seattle, prepare to freeze your asses off in January. Are you kidding me? The top's open. I'm just
It
letting you know.
depends. Do they want it?
They can
Oh
close
man,
it. I
have
think
they?
they can close it.
Did they do an outside? Have they done an outside Royal Rumble, or has it always been indoors? I don't think they
I think it's
have.
always
Right,
been indoors.
the first time ever outside. Why not? California, we got Dodger Stadium. You could do that.
Dab says, "Come on, Jesse. I need you to be a little more open towards AEW." Dab, let me explain something to you, buddy. I didn't want to go here tonight, but I'm going to go here. AEW had my full support. Go back and listen to some old episodes of this podcast.
Well, I know when it stopped for me.
I
I'll still watch
praised
it,
AEW.
but
Dude, I could turn right here. This little dresser right here, that's filled with about 50 different AEW figures only, just AEW.
yeah,
I've spent so much money on AEW for Tony Khan to come on a press conference and say, I'm going to stop listening to the fans' criticism because, I would much rather listen to the Young Bucks backstage. To me, that's a slap in the face. Like, we want you to get better. We want AEW to succeed. Wrestling needs AEW. I
they
100%
did
believe that.
influence it. They did help. Ariel Hawani has
Without
mentioned it.
AEW, without AEW, WrestleMania was not that good this year. WWE is not going through the boom phase that they're going through
They
this year.
did help him out, and there was a particular person in the company in WWE that helped AEW big time when he was there, and now it's been the other way. But they did help him out big time. Ariel Helwani has came up and said, without AEW,
This is a
WWE would not be as powerful. So I
this is
do
a
thank him for that.
this is a screw job done by nobody but AEW themselves. I do not feel bad for AEW anymore. I can't. I can't feel bad. I can't justify the shit that goes on in
The
that locker room. Like,
last Wednesday was probably the last straw for you. Will I watch it? I might watch a few things here and there. It's just
I haven't
certain
watched
people.
AEW in the last 7 weeks.
Yeah, I think the
I
tournament thing
turned it
killed it
on.
off for
I
me.
turned it on last week to see that stupid ass all in shit that they wanted to show, just so I can see for myself if Punk was telling the truth or if he was lying. And Punk was telling the truth, in my opinion.
Mission
He
accomplished.
told you what happened.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you still aired that to
Now,
try to.
now
I just don't. I don't know, man. Like, it's
with
not that. Look, I don't want AEW to go away. I don't. James, do I want
no,
AEW to go
trust
away?
me, I don't want it to go away either. I don't. I want to
Without
give them like. Don't get me wrong. Am I going to watch Dynasty this Sunday? Probably not. I'll watch for a few matches. I'll watch Swerve because I enjoy Swerve. You
if
know,
I hold
I'll
on, if
watch for
Michael
Julian
buys, if
Hart.
Michael, if you're watching, if you're willing to buy Dynasty, I will come over to your house to watch Dynasty. I'm not paying
I
any
think.
more damn money to AEW though. I'm
I
done.
think what will get me more interested, if I had to say it, I mean, it's MJF. He has to come back whenever he's healed,
I
which I
agree with
know
that.
it's going to be a while, because he was the reason why I watch. It's turning into the other direction of how, like I said back then, when I had coworkers. Hey, what did Lesnar do? What did Bray do? That's all I heard for wrestling for WWE.
Yeah.
AEW, I was watching everything. Now it's the other way. Hey, what did this guy do? That's
I
it.
used to get
Particular stuff
excited
like
every Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. That was the only thing I was excited for. So it's not that I don't like AEW, because trust me, I love AEW. I think it's when you've had the love of your life break your heart. That's what I feel like. You know what I mean? That AEW has betrayed me as a fan, not only as a Punk fan, but as a wrestling fan. And that's where I stand. It's not that, look, I'm not about the tribalism bullshit, because I'm not. I like what you like. I have no problem with it. And I'm not going to justify what's better and what's not. You know, in my eyes, WWE's killing it on every level. That's just the way it is. AEW has a lot of things that they need to work out, and they refuse to
Mhm.
work that shit out because Tony Khan wants to be Tony Khan, and Tony Khan wants two guys who can't manage a fucking target to run his wrestling company.
By the way, where you can get your Hulk Hogan figure.
Ichiban Hogan, man, go pick that shit up.
Pick it up before 420. Send them a tell. Yeah, just last Wednesday seat, because
Jackson,
that's
what's
probably
good,
the
man?
only thing I cared to watch was maybe check out the footage. They had a timer doing all this. They claimed that this was good for the storyline purposes, which God forbid if we see who in that arena on Sunday, which I don't understand, which was very weird seeing Chicago cheer for the man. That was very weird for him. It's doing good for him, so I don't know what the hell's going on in wrestling world.
But when they showed the footage at AEW Dynamite, they were cheering CM Punk.
Yeah.
It's wild
Yeah,
to me.
which is like, this is not the guy you want being cheered. A guy that's not in your company, which, by the way, is breaking the UK law, regardless if they don't want to look at it that way. He was your biggest draw, a guy that hasn't been in professional wrestling. So I thank AEW for bringing him, because we haven't seen him in years, just to outright piss him off, for him to go to WWE and have talks with them when he was under contract, and the whole tampered contract crap. He was done with this crap.
Yeah,
The minute that
I
Tony
agree.
told him, "Are you going to do anything?" No, and he figured, "The hell with it. I'll choke someone out. I'm already going to know in my head beforehand I'm going to get fired or quit or whatever." And that's it. And then, it was wide open. Hey, let's try to do this again. He knew it was over. It was, to the point I had Young Bucks merch in the closet. I had Brandon Cutler merchandise that I bought a
What
long
the
time ago.
hell? Come
That
on.
was hold on. That was when they were okay. The Elite were cool. They weren't. Everything was fine.
Brandon Cutler was never cool.
He was all
What are
right
we
at the
talking
time.
about?
He was at a certain time. He was before everything. We
Oh,
used to
jeez.
be we used to be consecutive and watch being the elite. We were big nerds watching that crap.
You explain to this audience right now why you
it just I got to,
Brandon Cutler.
hey, be glad I didn't have Colt Cabana merchandise in there. But all of it is gone. It's not in there. Just I trust me. Is there going to be support for AEW? There's going to be a tiny support in there.
This is the look of shame, everybody. The
What,
look of
the Brandon
you do
Cutler?
that walk of shame, sir. I don't want to hear that shit.
But
Byron says, I think Royal Rumble 2025 is in London.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've heard of London. Give me 1 second.
Jesse, come on, man. Undertaker is Mr. Phenom of WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels is WrestleMania, sir.
Yeah, but does that record make WrestleMania?
Google says that's the runner-up. London's the runner-up. Dexter,
Yeah,
hi, man. What's going on?
Yeah, I've heard of London too. We'll see. I don't know if
we have lost an AEW subscriber right now. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh well.
Mike says that one spot that the Undertaker did, that's good enough for the Undertaker. No more Undertaker, no more shenanigans. We just need clean wrestling. I like shenanigans.
Uncle Howdy, could he get involved with some Uncle Howdy stuff?
Yeah, I like shenanigans. Come on.
I mean, you got Matt Hardy coming into that. I know you're so excited for Matt Hardy.
Listen, man. I'm not going to get into that. It's whatever. I don't
want to see Matt
negativity tonight. I've spewed enough negativity. Everything Pro Wrestling says Wisconsin is also being rumored for Royal Rumble. Ooh, that's cold. That's cold. It's really cold. January.
Yeah, I know.
Dab says, I remember your old podcast. Trust me, I feel the same way. I want AEW to do better. I appreciate you, Dab. When you have a company ran by clowns such as TK and the Young Bucks, it does not surprise me that even fans of AEW are turning on them. Listen, man, look, I don't want bad things to happen to AEW. We need AEW.
Here's my problem. You have a big dream match going on for Dynasty. You have Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. Why you're doing it right away? I don't understand it. I get that's the AEW thing. Like, we don't want to wait. We want to do it right away.
I think
way would be let's wait and build it up for a little bit.
I think Danielson's ready to retire though.
Yeah, he said at some point, and I get he wants to get everything in there. I get it. Will Ospreay is Will Ospreay, and well, I'll watch a few matches. I will. I'm not going to watch everything. I'll say that I'm not. I haven't paid for the pay-per-views, but
Indianapolis hasn't had a big name PLE since WrestleMania 8. Wow.
Lucas Oil Stadium. Yeah, Pat McAfee. Indianapolis. Yeah, Pat McAfee would be perfect on that show easily.
Yeah,
They have a big stadium. Yeah,
that's crazy, man. Waiting for Triple H's son to show up on Dynamite one day. Oh God, it does say Levesque on the contract.
Stop. We're not doing this crap. Yeah, Triple H is. I have purchased AEW. Yeah, see, I don't even know if Triple H. That's probably the biggest insult I've heard of. WWE doesn't even want to purchase AEW like WCW.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all Conrad. I apologize, dude. I know you're a big time AEW supporter. Trust me, man. Look, I don't want anything bad to happen to AEW. AEW needs to be in.
I don't want them to go to TNA levels. That's
me neither. Me neither. We're gonna have a couple more questions or a couple more comments on here, and then we're gonna wrap up. Byron Cutler says, I think they do an overseas Royal Rumble next year in London. Mike says, R-Truth is the most funniest wrestler on Raw with his gimmick. Conrad.
Conrad.
Blake says, I think London will host 2025 Royal Rumble.
Oh boy.
Mike says, I think it was towards every wrestler that want to go into business. You have to grind nowadays. It just can't be one move here, one move there, one spot. Yeah. He's talking about the Will Ospreay thing. Comment. I wish we get to see more pay-per-views at Puerto Rico. That crowd is fucking awesome. That's what's up, man.
We have France coming up. We have a Germany show coming up.
TNA is actually looking pretty good lately.
I've heard that.
Yeah, me too.
Even though what their moniker, they're in Paradise, Nevada, not Las Vegas, but they put it on there because it looks nice.
Listen, man, we're going to do some fun content over the course of the next few months. So I hope you guys are in tune with us. I hope you're ready for the ride. We're going to be doing some 2K content. We're going to be doing some wrestling content. We're going to have some amazing guests on the podcast, and we're going to have some amazing topics on the podcast. Thank you to everybody who always supports the Pro Wrestling Shoot. You guys are the real ones, man. We love you. And we're glad that you're here on the ride with us, man, because that's what it is. It's about community, and we love each and every one of you, man. We couldn't do this without you guys, and we appreciate all the support. So, yeah, man, just know that we love you. We appreciate you. We listen to you. Any concerns that you have, we pull them forward, push them to 2K for the game to get better. That's all we want to, man. So listen, man, follow us. That's how you can support us for free. Follow us on Twitter at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram is not very big because I don't really push shit on there because I just started tweeting all the damn time. So, yeah. So Twitter is our main source of social media and ranting and raving, so to speak. But follow us there because I want to start posting short content on Instagram, the Instagram Reels. I want to start posting content on TikTok. So TikTok is going to be a new home for the Pro Wrestling Shoot as well as Twitch. So follow us everywhere at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. James, why are we at the Pro Wrestling Shoot everywhere?
Because branding matters. By the way, we have DLC in a month coming up. Less than a month.
CM Punk, baby. CM Punk. Let's go. I'm Jesse.
Enter Sandman. Come on.
Yeah,
I don't care if they took down Napster.
Yo, let's go. Let's go. Hey, I'm Jesse. He's James.
And no, Blake, they haven't announced it.
We'll see you next week right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot.